I really need a new wetsuit. I wonder which suit I should get. Hey guys, I hear so many questions about what wetsuit you should buy. So I'm here with my friend Nigel Lewis, the owner of the best surf shop in the Rockaways, station RBNY. So Nigel, what should most people look for when they come to buy a new wetsuit?
So in my opinion, I think buying a new wetsuit is probably one of your more important purchases. It's what keeps you in the water. It's what gets you surfing longer. So really important, number one rule is to try it on. I'm very anti buying a wetsuit online. Unless you have owned that wetsuit before and you know what it is, it's probably a good idea to walk into your local surf shop and try on your wetsuit. We need to make sure that the suit fits you well. So fit is very important. You need it to be tight but comfortable, not super restrictive. It needs to feel like kind of part of your body, like wearing a good pair of, I don't know, like spandex or leggings or something like that if you wear it. But that's the kind of fit you're looking for. They come in men's and women's. I think it's also really important. They come in number sizes. They also come in short and tall. So if it doesn't quite fit you right, just try a different one. Another important thing is because all the brands are different, it's really important, I think, to try on a few brands when you're trying on to find the fit that works best for you. Once you get the fit dialed in, you kind of want to think about what temperature you're going to use your wetsuit in, what season is it for. So obviously if you're surfing in the winter, using a suit with a hood is important. You need a thicker suit if you're going to use it in this general time frame. Where it's a little bit warmer, you can use a 3-2 suit. And normally the way it works is that the 3 millimeters is in the larger part of your body. It's where you'll need it most, and the smaller number is going to be on the extremities normally.
So what would be the main differences between less expensive and more expensive wetsuits?
A lot of it has to do with the construction, how the suit is built and the materials that were added on. Every company will add a little something and charge you more, charge you less for that based on what it is and how much of it is they're added. So when we're talking features, what'll make a suit cost more is usually things that will increase the warmth, the flexibility, and the weight to some degree. So a lot of suits nowadays are hydrophobic, so they don't really hold water in the neoprene. So that's really good, right? Because you want to be as light as possible when you're surfing. So having a suit that doesn't really increase weight too much when you are in the water is very helpful. Then they're going to have suits that are just kind of flat lock stitch and it'll go all the way through the suit. Those suits are good. They're normally a little bit cheaper because essentially you're poking holes through the suit. You don't have any barriers, so water gets through. Although overall it'll be a warm suit, it won't be a warmer suit. As you start going up, you might get a flat lock and blind stitch where it's stitched on the top, you don't see it at the bottom, and it's glued. That will keep you a little bit warmer. Then you see some suits will tape that inner glue area even warmer, and some suits will also liquid seal the outside and do all of the above. And then there's a whole lot of technology that goes into the warmth factor internally. Some companies will put materials that are plush and soft against your skin, so it helps add warmth. Some will use materials that reflect the body heat or help, generate heat a little bit more. And all those things will make the suit more or less expensive. When you spend a little bit more, you more than likely will get a suit that's just more flexible, will be a little bit warmer. If you can afford to do it, I highly recommend it. But if you get a medium price suit, you're probably going to get a decent suit.
I know a lot of us are thinking about the environment, and neoprene is hardly the best material out there. So what other options than neoprene do we have?
So neoprene, unfortunately, is still a large part of what most wetsuits are made up of, but there's definitely a lot of companies that are making strides to make their suits out of either recycled materials or sustainable materials, making some adjustments to how they make their suits. So a lot of suits now are being made limestone-based materials. You have Patagonia that uses Ulex. Most brands are doing something, so just read the back of the label. They'll state it pretty clearly if it's made from recycled water bottles or a non-neoprene base or rubber base type of material. The good news is, for the most part, it's kind of hard to tell the difference than the stretchy neoprene. So I think we'll see a lot more steps in this going forward, kind of switching over to a more sustainable product.
I think as buyers, maybe we should ask, what should we avoid when buying a new wetsuit?
My two big avoidances, I think, just don't buy a wetsuit online. Just support your local surf shop. The other thing is, don't go super cheap. So if you see a wetsuit that's $100, you're getting $100 quality, right? I think I see a lot of these Amazon suits that are great for diving, but not really great for surfing. The materials are not great, they fall apart. If it seems too cheap, it is too cheap, quality-wise. So just kind of keep an eye out. There's no great wetsuit that's under $100. It doesn't exist. You have to go over a bit and try it on. Make sure it fits you very well. Make sure it's within your budget. If you can't afford it at the time, save. It's worth spending a little bit more on a great wetsuit. You definitely will not regret it.
There you have it, guys.
Check out more videos on surf gear in the links in the description.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. See ya!